Welcome to the IMSAI channel, where I try to resurrect an old IMSAI 8080 computer. So there seems to be some interest in the Hex Display video that I did. And I thought I would maybe go a little bit off topic and show you some displays that I have accumulated over the years. These were mostly prototypes from the optoelectronics division of Hewlett-Packard when we were developing LED displays back in the 1970s, 1980s. And I'm going to put these under the microscope so we can take a great look at them. Okay, this first one is definitely a prototype, and it shows the technology basically of the hexadecimal display that we looked at. It uses single LEDs that are wire bonded into a 5x7 matrix. And then just those lines come out. So there's no address decoding, no nothing. This is just a matrix of LEDs. Let's see if we can zoom in on an LED. Not going to be able to get much closer than this right now. Alright, let's take a look at another one. This is the same sort of thing, but this has two different color LEDs. I'm not sure what the colors are, but you can see the LEDs are slightly different. Let's see if I can't get a little closer. No, I just can't. I'll have to use a different microscope for getting super close. Let's look at one of these. So this is a package that is hermetically sealed, and it has a matrix bonded into it. It's kind of stitch bonding on this one, so the rows and the columns are stitched together. And on the bottom, we can see the Hewlett-Packard mark and the hermetic glass through metal seals on the pins on the back. All right. I think a lot of people are familiar with these little bubble devices, and saw these in calculators back in the day. So we can see this one again has individual wire bonds. And let's see, another bubble display. Again, we can see the now these were single LED dies that had the 7 segments, so it didn't need as much stitching. They weren't individual LEDs, they were more monolithic. So this is more advanced, a little bit later in history. And of course the bubble lens is just to make the apparent size of the LED look a little bit bigger. Here we have some bigger displays. The characters are a little bit bigger, but the same thing, a monolithic die with wire buttons coming out. Let's see, let's take a look at this one. Might be interesting. So this is instead of 7 segment, this is like a, I don't remember what these are, 16 segment, or these allow you to do not only 0 through F, but these allow you to do the whole alphabet. They have more segments and a lot more. Okay. One of those. This is an interesting one. This one again is older. It uses the individual dies, and this one came out of a some type of, I have it upside down. See, came out of a probably a voltmeter or a counter, where the first digit was 1, probably a counter. No, maybe a voltmeter as well. 1. So the largest you could display on this was 19999. So it was a 4.5 digit display. Probably went into a voltmeter. Now that I think about it. These are very interesting. These are. I don't think this was ever a product, if I'm right. These might have been only prototypes. It's kind of self-evident what these look like. Let's look at the bottom. See if there's a mark on it. No, there's no mark on it. I think this is prototype only. It's just a little dip package, glass sandwich dip package. Pretty interesting. Alright, so the one I've been saving towards the end is prototypes of that hexadecimal display that we were looking at. Let's see if I can here. So this is a focus here. This is a Hermetic display. So it's glass sealed. 3 characters inside one package, and you can see the displays a little fancier. They have 7-segment display plus 1, and the decoding chip. It's in a clear package, so we can see the decoding chip much better here. So let me move to the other microscope and see if we can't zoom in this. I'm hoping the focal distance isn't too long through the piece of glass here that my other microscope will be able to reach in. So we'll take a look. All right, here we're under some higher magnification, and we can see the IC. Let's look around a bit. So here were the LEDs, and again, there's a bond wire and then a little metal deposition on top of the semiconductor material that spreads the current out. These were probably gallium phosphide or gallium aluminum phosphide. Probably back then it was probably gallium aluminum. And this is an interesting chip. Basically some drivers on the outside, and then basically a ROM that would create the characters. Alright, let's take a look at one of these other chips. I guess sort of go in reverse order. There we go. This is that little dip package, the tiny little dip package. Oh, we can see a HP logo there. Very nice. You can see the wire bonds. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at one of the bubble lenses. If we can see through that. Oh, it can. So this is that little triple bubble lens. Oops. A little bit hard to see that one. This is the Hermetic chip that had two different colors in it. We can take a look at those. So this chip looks to be red in color, so it was obviously a red LED. Gallium phosphide is sort of a clear red compound. Very high index refraction, about 3.3. Very jewel-like. It looks like a ruby. And the other probably a different material. Like I said, they had different formulas for different colors. They would dope them with aluminum or indium to push the wavelength up. Red LED started red, and then they tried to push them, made them orange, and pushed them farther, and made them yellow, and finally made them green. And then it was very many years later that they figured out that gallium nitride would create blue LEDs. Very nice. Alright, well, I just thought you'd have fun with that, and looking at some really, really old LEDs.